you're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about loved ones who are struggling and you need advice on how to support them. There's a saying, a problem shared is a problem halved, but not everyone has someone they can confide in. That's why Lifeline Barbados exists, to be there for you or someone you care about during tough times. Save this number. Lifeline Barbados is just a call away. Remember, you can reach out whenever you need to talk.
There is a saying, you can find a Beijing anywhere. Are you a Beijing living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Beijing Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and together we will travel the world.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Beijing youth.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, he'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about solar ray, microbiome, probiotics, and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
Week after week, Skold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied...
Wake up, wake up, wake up! Barbados, get up! Good morning, Barbados, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, 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 morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, morning Barbados, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, morning Barbados, good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up, morning to you.
And that's a call to all of you today, everyone. Wake up, get going. It is Tuesday, the 19th of August, 2025. I'm Pearson Bowen, welcoming all of you to another edition of Morning Barbados. We thank you for waking up to keep us company as well. To all of you watching on our streams on Facebook, YouTube, and or our website, cbc.bb, good morning. Good having your company. Share the show, share the love, talk among yourselves, but talk to us as well. And we thank you for doing so. Remember today, always, I ask if you have something or if you know of someone whose story we need to tell. I'd love for you to tell us about it by sending us an email. Our email address is morninbarbados@cbc.bb. morninbarbados@cbc.bb. And to all of you, a big thank you indeed today. To the delegates who are on island for the Caribbean Broadcasting Union's 56th Annual General Assembly, good morning to all of you as well. You've come from far and near, and you've come from many languages, but we're all together as one, looking at Caribbean media and the orange economy. That's the theme on. And so tonight at 7 is the opening gala with the keynote speaker, the Prime Minister of Barbados, Honorable Mia Mottley. We're looking forward to that. And then tomorrow, there's the day ending with a big celebration of those who have done outstanding work in media across the region, either in electronic or print media and other associate people as well. So we'll be recognizing your talent and your contributions tomorrow evening in an awards ceremony as well. So there's a lot happening in Barbados, not just Carifesta. Carifesta is on, however. That starts on Friday with the opening gala, and all of that you shall see right here. And to all of you wishing us a very good morning, we say the very same to you. Anthony Smith, bonjour. Have a wonderful today as well. Hello, Patricia Bend. Pat, good morning. She's saying good morning to her friend, Slender Glenda, darling queen sister. She says she loved you bad. Good morning, sweet Rons. Have a terrific today as well. And she wishes the same to everyone, everywhere, as we do too, here on Morning Barbados. Faye Roach. Good morning, Faye. Have a fantastic today to you as well. Have a lovely Tuesday. Good morning to Isoline Evans. Isoline Evans, haven't called that name before. Where are you watching us from, Isoline or Isoline? I'm not so sure if it's ISO or ISO. But to you, we say good morning. Tell us where you're from. We love to recognize you wherever you're from indeed, but we thank you for waking up to keep us company as well today on Morning Barbados. Now, in just a little while, we'll be having our conversations on Caricom. We're taking a look at the origins of Carifesta. We've been talking about it a lot, but how did it all start? And who was the engine grinder, so to speak, to have it all going? Sandy Field Kelman, good morning to you as well. Thank you for watching. We get some more details about that, lest we forget. Now, as part of the upcoming 10-day festival we call Carifesta, we'll take a look at our heritage and our heritage. Yes, I think that's a wonderful play on the word indeed. And so the folks behind that will join us today as we get a taste of what we'll be engaging in Carifesta, whether it's at the Carifesta Village or any of the other locations where the best of the Caribbean's best will be on show. Also, have you seen what the Grand Market would look like? I mean, it is spectacular. And so this morning, we want to talk about one of those who's been working hard to pull it all together. So we give you a look at what you will be going into when we talk about going into the Grand Market as part of Carifesta. Can't wait to show you that. I've had a preview, a peep, so I can tell you it's going to be spectacular. Do not miss it. Also today, what does it take to become a Caricom Youth Ambassador? We want to take a look at that, as there is now a call for those of you young people to apply to be a Caricom Youth Ambassador. We'll talk to you a little about that in just a little bit. But let's get started this morning because there's much to talk about. Taking a look at Carifesta. You know, Friday coming is the opening ceremony. But today, we want to give you some idea of the origins of Carifesta, because some of you don't know. That's where we begin this morning, our conversations on Caricom with Barbados Ambassador to Caricom, His Excellency David Kamishong. Ambassador, good morning. Welcome.
Morning, Pearson. Before we go any further, there's one thing I want to say to you, and it's this. One tree, so many leaves, one tree. One river, so many creeks, all going to one sea. One head, so many thoughts, thoughts among which one good one must be. One God, so many ways of worshiping, but one Father. One Caribbean, so many hair types, so many skin colors, so many towns, one people. That is the 1972 poem of a Surinamese poet. Robin Raveles was his official name, but he was also known as Dobru. And that poem became the unofficial anthem of the very first Carifesta that was held in Georgetown, Guyana, in 19 1972.
That's a very poignant poem.
Powerful.
Powerful, powerful indeed. And who
Yes.
would have thought that would have spurred the genesis?
Yeah. Well, the genesis, there's a two-part genesis. And we have to really give kudos to the late Forbes Burnham. Because when Guyana became independent in 1966, he had this brainwave to bring, as part of the celebration of independence, to bring the Caribbean writers and artists together in Guyana to have a convention. And out of that convention, you know, we in Barbados, when we became independent in 1966, we held a big cricket match.
Yes.
Barbados against the rest of the world. Well, his idea was to bring the artists and writers together. And out of that meeting in Guyana in 1966 came the idea of an annual Festival of the Arts, Caribbean Festival of the Arts. However, it was not implemented. And in 1970, when Guyana became a republic, he repeated the same exercise. He brought the writers and artists together once again in Guyana. And he said to them, look, this time, you know, let's come up with a concept for a Caribbean Festival of the Arts that will happen. It didn't happen in 66. Let us make it happen now. And so said, so done. And the artists who were there in 1970, who brainstormed this idea and came up with the concept of Carifesta. And it's, incidentally, it's all captured in this book. This book is Georgetown Journal by Andrew Salke, the Jamaican writer. So he was one of the artists in Guyana in 1970, and he kept a journal, and he produced this book of what happened. But the artists, Kamal Braffett, I'll give you a little list. Ian Carew, Austin Tom Clark, Ken Corsby, Michael Gilts, John LaRose, Earl Lovelace, and I want you to remember that name, Earl Lovelace, because he is one of the living legends who will be at this year's Carifesta, right? He was there at the very beginning. Ray Luck, Beryl McBurney, Sheikh Keane from St. Vincent, V.S. Reed from Jamaica, Andrew Salke, Samuel Selvin, Ivan Van Sertima, Aubrey Williams, A.J. Seymour, and several others. But those are some of the big names that Caribbean people would know. So that's where it began. The writers and artists and painters among them, they came together, they brainstormed it, and they gave that concept and, to the government of Guyana. And that was in 1970. By 1972, the very first Carifesta was held. It was such a success in Guyana that the newly formed Caricom, you know, we had Carifesta since 1968, but it was transformed to Caricom in 1973. So the newly formed Caricom then institutionalized it, made it part of the Caricom Secretariat to help organize it. And ever since then, we've had these Carifestas. And this one is the 15th. And I would say, to the credit of Barbados, of the 15, Barbados will now be hosting 3 of the 15. In fact, the only country that has hosted more than Barbados would be, I'm sure you can guess which country in the Caribbean would have hosted more than Barbados. But not to embarrass you, Trinidad and Tobago.
I got it covered, got it covered. I will not be embarrassed this morning, indeed. And you're quite right. But to just go back for a moment to the late 60s into the early 70s, 1900 folks, younger children who can't imagine those numbers. And to think that at that time to have those visionaries, but those outstanding performers and artists as well, who are able to put their work out in such important ways that they have a legacy still, and to be able to pull it all together with people who didn't quite catch the vision, and look at what we live now.
Yes. Oh yes. And I would I would urge all Caribbean people, if I would urge the governments, this book is such an important book. This book really, this of course is out of print. This book really needs to be reprinted, either by the Caricom Secretariat or by some of our national governments, because this book captured in 1970 our dreams, our aspirations for the future. We had just come out of colonialism. This book captures the deepest thoughts of our writers, our artists, our political activists, our politicians. And yes, you're quite right. And what they were saying back then is that, look, we are one people. They were saying that the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. And if we can come together, if we can bring all of our artists, our writers, if we can bring our people together in this one gathering where we celebrate what is uniquely Caribbean, and we interact with each other, and we, out of that kind of intermingling, that intermingling of creativity, that Caribbean identity, we foster that Caribbean identity, and the great Kamau Braffett, the great, who played a big part in organizing the thought that produced Carifesta, but he also attended the first Carifesta, and he wrote these series of articles for the then Barbados Advocate. He shared this document with me, but he said, and let me quote him, Carifesta, I said in 1972, after the first Guyana event, was one of the most important events since emancipation. And from the cultural point of view, the most important event since emancipation. Since the only time artists from all over the Caribbean have been able to meet together in one place for a common purpose over a fair period of time, and not just meet themselves, but, and this really was the beauty, able to meet also in the same space and for the same purpose, a pan-Caribbean audience or public. So he was emphasizing it's not just the artists, but it's also all those thousands of Caribbean people who will be coming to Barbados to be part of that meeting. So Carifesta is this grand meeting of our artists, but also of our people. And this Carifesta, we are going to also have a meeting of many of our government leaders and officials. So it is that great periodic melting pot where we come together and we explore what it means to be Caribbean, and we foster that sense of a Caribbean personality, those values, that that artistry that will help us to navigate our way in a very, very challenging and difficult world.
You used the word I like, explore, because at the time with the inception or the thought of Carifesta, nations were exploring independence, exploring what it meant to be on one's own, cut off from pretty much the navel string of mummy in England. And so to be able to navigate one's way through it all, and to not stumble upon, but deliberately anchor it in the creative arts. Not the politics alone, but in the creative arts, for the bringing together of people and with a purpose, bringing together thoughts and ideas, because it's those creatives who spurred different points of view. And I'm sure for a lot of us, as we look back now, we say thank you. But at the same time, juxtapose what happened then with what's happening now, and the relevance of Carifesta now to be able to, again, to create the space for dreams and different thoughts and setting the bar even further. I think it's going to be absolutely fascinating what happens in Barbados over the next 10 days, knowing our history.
Well, I mean, back then, in 1970, when these artists and writers came together, the idea, I mean, the Caribbean integration movement was still very, very fragile. You know, the Federation had collapsed in 1962. There had been a great sense of despondency. We had managed to claw back something with Carifesta, but the idea of the integrated Caribbean had not yet solidly taken root. I mean, Caricom had not even been formed. So there was that fragility back then. And what happened at that first Carifesta was that we were saying, look, You know, there's this substructure of our folk culture, these things that belong to us, that in that colonial era were stigmatized, were looked down upon, and we were being encouraged by our colonial masters to be this mimic men of Europe. And and they were saying, the artists were saying, we know, as newly independent nations, we must embrace who we truly are. We must embrace our folk culture. We must give it dignity, and we must bring it into all of those official structures. So that was a very fragile thing back then. Fast forward 50-something years later, we now have a full-fledged, solid, institutionalized Caribbean integration movement. I mean, you just mentioned it. Tonight, the Caribbean Broadcasting Union is having its annual conference, its opening ceremony here in Barbados. Today, this week, you know, as we look forward to the opening of Carifesta on Friday, meetings are going on all across Barbados, Dominica, Belize, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, as we prepare to roll out the full freedom of movement on the 1st of October. So Caribbean integration is happening. It has become institutionalized. We have recognized our folk culture. We are no longer ashamed of it. In fact, we have embraced it. Our calypso, our reggae, our landship, our tuck band, you name it. But I think for me now, the challenge for us, yes, we have come a long way since 1970. We have embraced our Caribbean art forms and our sense of a Caribbean identity. However, the question for me is, have we done justice to those art forms? Have we preserved the integrity? When we look at where our calypso is today, does it have the integrity? When we look at our reggae, when we look at so many areas of our expression, and we are going to need that integrity if we are going to face the very serious challenges that are bearing down upon us as a Caribbean region and civilization.
I want to pause right there because I want another question to ask, which is, have we whet the appetite sufficiently of the Caribbean people to come together more and to unify? And can Carifesta this year help us to do so? We'll talk about that and more in our conversations on Caricom after this break.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Beijing anywhere. Are you a Beijing living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Beijing Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb. And together we will travel the world.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit. Testing.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
21 after 6 o'clock, we're continuing now our conversations on Caricom with Barbados Ambassador to Caricom, His Excellency David Kamishong. And we're taking a look at rooting our knowledge of Carifesta in the origins of Carifesta, in the people who started it, the movement forward, and the journey we've traveled thus far. And so, Ambassador, at the break, we were talking a little bit about whether or not we as a Caribbean people have really grown up to the idea of what Carifesta is and embraced fully the power that the creatives have really in their hands to be able to make a difference.
Yeah, well, I was making the point that I think that we have accepted who we are. We have embraced our folk art forms, our folk culture. We have dignified them. We have brought them into the mainstream. They identify who we are. My concern is that along the way, many of those forms of expression have lost their original integrity and purpose. And we can see it, for example, you can even see it in some of our musical forms that losing their way, too much of an emphasis simply on bacchanalia and so forth. And the point I was making is that in this period, when we are facing so many challenges, we are going to need our arts to be at their highest integrity, and our artists to be at their highest integrity, because what the arts and artists help us to do is to make values and principles and identity a deep part of our consciousness, such that we think and feel with them, right? Yes. And this was very clear back in 1970, because the people who most crafted Carifesta were the thinkers, the writers, the thinkers. And in fact, I think A.J. Seymour, back in 1970, the great Guyanese writer and editor, he spoke for them when he said, and I just quote him, he said, "The creative artists of the Caribbean have a very special cultural burden to bear and a very demanding role to play in the total social and political development in the area." In the area, he means the region. They are involved in an unwritten educational program and praxis for all the people. In short, the Caribbean cultural contributors must see themselves as a vanguard who will help to liberate the creative energies of the Caribbean people and help all our societies to create a new life out of the chaos of underdevelopment. Help our societies to create a new life out of the chaos of underdevelopment. And that is still the mission of our creative artists. And we need them, and the case I'm making is that we need them now more than ever. We need the arts now more than ever. When I was asked to contribute to the big conversations, one of the topics I put forward and that was embraced for the symposium was the role of our arts and our artists in helping us to combat violent crime. Helping us to combat, because the question of crime is on the lips of all Caribbean people, right across the region. What role do the arts and the artists have to play? Because as I come back to the point, we all need values and principles to guide us and to shape our behavior. But how do you instill values and principles in people? Do you simply preach at them? Do I simply say, thou shalt not steal, I simply preach it at you? Well, preaching may help to some extent, but if you can get your people to absorb great works of art, great novels, profound poetry, great music, where it helps them to internalize these values so that it becomes part of their internal makeup, then they can express it. So the arts and artists have a very big role to play, not only in instilling values and principles, but in helping to clarify the way forward. What is the way forward?
And in all of this, because I can well imagine back in the early 70s, you have to wrap this idea of Carifesta in an image that people would want to associate with, and to be able to propagate as it goes forward. And so I know we've been able to find some images of some of the first symbols of Carifesta. If we could share them now, and I would want you to reflect on them with us for just a little while, so that our people begin to understand. If you could, with the production crew, there it is. This one says, welcome to Carifesta 72. Forbes Burnham himself, look at the hand.
Yes.
Look at the rising sun that flows from the hand.
Yes, and that hand is a black or brown colored hand, representing, making it clear that this is the Caribbean people. This is the power that we wield as a people, and we embracing that optimism of that rising sun. You know,
some of the faces of the others who would have shown up, no doubt, to stand, to sit really before the symbol of who we are as a people.
Yeah, there's the Prime Minister, Forbes Burnham. Then there was also the new President of Guyana in that front row, and some of the other dignitaries. Yes.
And these are some of the things that we would know, and we need to remember as well as we talk a little bit about Carifesta. If we want to understand its origin, we need to get the book and read the book. If we want to understand more about its history, we need to see the images as well.
That's the stamp, the Guyana stamp that they issued to commemorate and celebrate Carifesta. The brown hand embracing the rising sun. You know, that rising Caribbean civilization and all the power inherent in that sun that we embrace. So that's a powerful image, you know.
Indeed so.
And so that was 1972. We first in Barbados hosted Carifesta in 1981. And I have brought along 2 artifacts from that night. I was 21 years old in 1981. And as a young I devoured that Carifesta. I had a little motorcycle, a little chappy, and I was all across Barbados taking in everything. And one of the things that so impressed me back then was the market where we were able to purchase books. And these are books that I purchased in 1981. This is Growing Up Stupid Under the Union Jack.
That's a classic.
By Austin Tom Clark. This one is One a Week with Water by the Vincentian poet Sheikh Keane. And these were books put out by Cuba's Casa de las Americas. Remember, House of the Americas, the Cuban publishing house. And Cuba came to Carifesta in 1981 with a massive delegation, including books.
Yes.
And so I still have these books since 1981. And I just want to make the point that I want us to focus, you know, we tend to focus a lot, and many Carifestas focus a lot on the music, the dance, the performing arts, even the visual arts. And sometimes we forget where it all began. It began with the writers. It began with the books, the thinkers. And I hope that and trust that at this Carifesta, and I know that the literary arts will play a very substantial role at this Carifesta. I was just reading this morning that St. Kitts is bringing a massive delegation of 80 people and then 30 young people, and the lead figure in that delegation is a 9-year-old writer by the name of Corinne Clark. And I was amazed to read her story, that she is seen as the star. This 9-year-old writer is seen as the star of the St. Kitts delegation. So just to make the point that I want to encourage people to come out and enjoy all of Carifesta, but pay some special attention to the literary arts, to the books. Come, do like me. Come and purchase a book at Carifesta 2025, so that 25 years from now, 2050, you too will be able to pull out your book and say, this is my historical artifact from Carifesta 2025.
Indeed so. It's a great offering. It's a great menu from which you can draw Carifesta 15. And we're looking forward to exploring even more of what the menu holds for all of us. But today we took the time to root your consciousness about Carifesta in the history, the origins of Carifesta. S. Royal says, good morning, Barbados. Good to you. I'm so excited to be a part of Carifesta 15 and to represent my country. Which is your country, S. Royal? Is your country Barbados or somewhere else from around the region or the world? Just let us know indeed, and we'll be happy to share that information with you. But to root your knowledge in the origins of it, on who started it, the people who are part of that beginning, and what did they use to start it? Literature, the expressive, the arts, indeed. And so as we visit the Carifesta village and the marketplace and wherever we go, indeed, purchase and remember. Purchase, remember, share. Thank you, Ambassador, as well.
My pleasure, Pearson.
As always.
Thanks.
Morning Barbados comes right back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Beijing youth.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, he'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about solar ray, microbiome, probiotics, and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
Week after week, Skold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Skold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Skold, a look into the future.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons, which will surprise many, is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end, and what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
23 minutes now to go before 7 o'clock. I know you're asking, what's that in front of you, Pearson? This in front of me is a Wari board. And I can play it, I think. Can you play it? Well, Carifesta gives you an opportunity to look at some of our heritage games, the games that made us who we are, the games that our people of the past played and had conversation around, but they were brilliant because it teaches you skills that perhaps you take for granted. And so joining me this morning as we look at this, and ahead of it indeed is Roslyn Thomas, who is the external coordinator of the Heritage Games of the National Cultural Foundation. Roslyn, good morning to you. Good to see you.
Morning, Pearson.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Are you ready to teach all of us? She said that, yes.
We try.
We'll try. And you brought along a couple of your trainees with you as well. One who is Lorraine Seeley. By the way, we celebrate you, Lorraine, because you were the first female admiral of the Barbados land ship.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Will you also be performing at Carifesta?
Yes.
You give your position?
No. I have a funeral with one of the members' mom.
Okay.
So I'll be representing the association at the funeral, and then I will connect.
And then you're back in there, girl.
Yes.
Well done indeed. Another trainee is with us indeed, Ryan Rouse. Ryan, good morning.
Yes. Good morning, Pearson.
Thank you for joining us. You think you know the game well enough?
Yes, I'm very confident that I can play the game.
To train me on it?
Yes.
Okay, good. And that's what's happening, Roslyn. You know, when we come to Carifesta, not only can we just watch the game, play the game, we can be taught in the game as well.
Exactly. And that's the purpose for having this showcase. And after the showcase, we're going to have competition. But nobody needs to be scared about the competition part, because individuals are allowed to learn today and compete today.
As well. All right. So when is the showpiece? When is this exhibition game?
The showcase actually begins on the 28th.
On the 28th, okay.
And runs right through until the 30th, those 3 days, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. In the afternoon from 2 until 4, and then from 4 until 6 would continue with the competitions. However, because everything is occurring at the Grand Market for Carifesta, you know, there's a children's heritage section as well. So that begins teaching the children how to play as early as the 23rd, Saturday the 23rd, from 10 in the morning until 1 in the afternoon.
Okay, so we're launching on the 22nd, and then from Saturday, this coming Saturday, the children can come to the village and begin their process of learning how to play these heritage games. And there's so much fun. Don't think that it looks like a bunch of complicated things in front of you, because it really isn't. Once you get to understand the rudiments of the game, then you'll see how much more fun you can have, because it creates conversation. It creates learning, because you have to use your brain. You have to strategize in a way that would surprise a lot of people, because ultimately you want to win, right?
Interesting enough, it has to do with connecting the dots as well.
Really?
Because questions like, not the dots on the board.
Okay. I began to look.
Being able to understand beyond just playing the games, it has to do with understanding the stories.
Really?
Because there's so many stories that go along with these games. Answering the question. Nowadays, we would hear being in Potter means being in trouble. But they didn't start out like that. When did it change from being a good thing to being referred to as a bad
negative,
thing?
Yes.
So that all of that will be explained during the showcase, and including how is it that today it has gone back now from being taboo for being a bad thing, to being a good thing.
A game we can enjoy. And the showcase is the 28th, continuing on the 29th and the 30th of August as part of Carifesta. All right. So, Miss Lorraine, how skilled truly are you? Would you say?
I would say about 85%.
That's all right. That's still a pass mark for me. And so you're now able, having gone through the game, how easy or difficult was it for you to get it?
Oh, Rosalind would tell you extremely difficult. The strategy for winning, and you do not understand it, it get you frustrated, as I did. But after being tutored by Mr. Howard, who is a master, no one beat me since then.
Right. See, she's a real admiral boy. No one has beaten her since then. And so, but that's the whole point. At any age and any stage of life, we can master the game.
Yes, please.
We can have fun with ease, and we can have fun with the game as well. And so now you feel far more empowered to be able to do what you do.
Yes, please.
Rosie keeps saying to us, there's a strategy to all of this. You know, it's not a case of just moving one beat to another. There's a strategy to this. Give me a good starting point to play this game.
A good starting point. Strategize how you can get from your home base to capture your opponents. So your knowledge now of arithmetic comes in, where you can say, I can move so many seeds from one house so that by the time I get to my opponent, I would force them to run and move, and then I can come and strategize to claim houses, because at the end, who gets 25 seeds first becomes the winner.
Oh.
You start with 24 on each side. So as soon as you capture the 25, you are the winner automatically.
And this game could go on and on and on?
Yes, please.
You know, Monopoly could go on and on.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Same thing?
Yes, please.
Oh boy, this is so involved and so fun. And what about you, Ryan? Yes. Are you the worry or the potter man? Or both?
I would say the worry.
You would say you're better at the worry?
Yes.
But you don't particularly like the potter?
Well, I would play the potter, but the times that I played it, I got beaten. Yeah.
She beat me too. Don't worry about it. That's all right. Yeah. But the point is that in all of this, you got a better, did you get a better understanding of our heritage, or games that our people used to play?
Well, yes, I would say that I got a greater understanding basically by playing the potter and also the worry, because it's basically a part of our heritage. It came, the Africans brought it from Africa and they brought it here to the Caribbean, and they were basically able to retain some of our culture. And even if they did not retain all, they were able to basically blend it with other Europeans and indigenous people. So I think it's a great thing to play.
It's a wonderful pastime, isn't it?
Yeah.
It looks like a lot of fun. Yes. So, Ms. Roslyn, you want to play a game? Do you want to play a game? Do you dare beat me this? Do you dare try to challenge me this morning?
I like a challenge. However, it is never about beating the other person.
You just don't want to unfair
Because when it is that you have taught an individual and they're able to win, it says to me they have grasped the whole idea of the game. And that's usually a good thing for me when the other person wins.
I hear you. I want to win. Period. And so, challenge me in a game. Let's do this. Or do you want to play with me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Lorraine wants to play this game with me. All right, Lorraine. This is not 25, is it?
No.
24? This is just beads.
There's just beads in here.
All right. So the whole purpose of the game here now is, come, Roz, come. Talk to me. What do I now need to do?
Wherever it is that you would see
a few,
right? You're trying to reach those that have 1 or 2 in them. So look on your side and see if you have a hole that can finish in here or up there.
Okay.
Meaning you have
so
to
it's
take
2, 2, 1, 1.
Yes.
And I have to figure out if I have enough here to take me across.
To take you to finish here. One of them.
And empty something.
Leave that empty. Yes.
So not to interject, but what you're actually doing is you're trying to capture one of the vulnerable houses. So, for example, if you see a house that only having one or two, your aim is basically to calculate, to use arithmetic, to basically try and capture one that has in one or two.
Okay, and make sure my hand is empty when I'm done.
Yes.
Oh, Lord have mercy, weight loss already.
No, go ahead and do it.
No, because it's one. Oh, should I drop two? Two. I got
as
house.
long as that, so then you capture those.
So I take all of these out
Yes.
and I put them to
And
the
those are
side.
yours.
Right.
Good. And then I do
Then it
what?
would be your opponent's turn to do.
To play.
To play.
You can't win.
So in a case like this now, I would do something like this.
Or to make it difficult for me,
And because you have only this left, that is what you would play.
I have to take
Go
all
ahead and do
up
that.
and go.
And see something exciting is going to happen.
That's two.
So you pick those two up because we're playing twos and threes.
And threes.
Wherever you make two
So those belong to
or
me.
three.
But I'm empty.
And the ones next to it would be yours as well.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There's a three. There's a three here.
And the one that is there would be
There's
yours
a
as
three,
well.
and those are four.
So you would stop at this point. But in that
But
one
mine is
play,
empty.
you were able to get 3 houses.
Enough houses.
And you were able to build up these towards. So sometimes you can capture the entire side.
But look, mine is empty now.
Yours is empty, and now it's my responsibility to make sure that you have at least one seed to play.
Okay.
If I play this,
You're not doing
you don't
anything
have
really.
any, then
And you
you
don't have
get to pick up
1, 2,
everything
3,
that I
4.
have left.
Oh, so right now, basically, if you don't play this
I
one,
must play that one.
yes, I got you. So play that.
And the reason for that, is because she basically has to make sure that you have a seed to basically play with, or unless then she will have a penalty. Because the objective is basically social justice, because each person is supposed to have a seed in which to play.
All right, and if she does not allow me, what's the penalty?
Well, the penalty basically...
The game done?
The game is technically finished. She has to forfeit all of her seeds.
Everything on my side.
Oh.
And give you.
So now I only have one. I can just go one at a piece.
Yes.
And we can just keep going around and around and around the world like this.
And this is where the stories come in and the understanding of the social aspect. In a village, nobody should go hungry if somebody else in that village has something to eat.
Oh.
They share with your neighbors, whether you've been speaking to them well or not. If it comes to crunch time, everybody must eat.
Must eat. So much more to share. We'll take a break here. We're coming back to talk more about these heritage games, the stories around these heritage games, the reasons behind these heritage games, how you can come and play these heritage games. Just as I've just beaten Roslyn, you can too, to the Carifesta village. All of that and more straight ahead. Stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also...
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
I'll tell you, when Carifesta 15 gets going in full earnest, these heritage games are what you can engage with. Remember, it's at the Carifesta Village, August the 28th, 29th, and 30th. The children, your showcase really starts from the 23rd, Saturday the 23rd, when you get a chance to really come and learn how to play the games, tell the stories, understand the benefits that derive therefrom, and some of the values that would have been taught to you by playing the kinds of games that our ancestors played and that we are encouraged to continue to play. And so, Rosalind, is this game still played in a large way in Barbados?
Well, we're getting back to the answer to that is no, but we're getting back to it. That is why there was a need for the NCF to train individuals, and Lorraine and Ryan were part of about 19 persons that came by as adults to say yes, they're going to assist now going forward in spreading the heritage games in their communities and around the island.
This is great. And so, Wari is one of our heritage games. Potter is another. And so there's a game going on right now between Lorraine and Ryan. And talk to me first about Lorraine, about how the game is set up.
The game is set up.
Is it X and O's?
Yes, X and O's, tic-tac-toe, whatever you call it. Now you use different colors to identify your men.
So and the opponent.
Ryan will choose
a
color. Which color?
And by the way, these games you told me, Rosalind, these are suitable for people who are blind.
Yes.
As well. They can
that
play the
particular
game.
type is for the visually impaired. You realize it's tactile. It's magnetic as well, so you can't easily knock it over. And this was designed in Barbados, and it's one of the few games that we know of that the visually impaired can play.
Nice.
And it's designed here in Barbados.
Nice. And for all of our viewers who are overseas, who are already on island, listen, when you go to the village, get one of these games or get a number of these games here and take it home and try it. You'll see, you'll have some fun. So we have a Potter game on right now between Ryan and Lorraine. Lorraine is an admiral. Ryan is just a trainee. So Lorraine, we expect you to win. So you have your colors, you've chosen your colors.
Yes, please. And your aim to line up in a straight line, and then you capture. So when you get two, and your last move, you connect in a straight line, you shout Potter.
Oh, gotcha. So that's what you shout?
Yes.
Potter.
Potter.
All right. And if you don't shout Potter,
well,
you know when you play Uno, and if you don't say Uno, you lost something here.
Yes.
But so therefore, once you've got them in the Potter, you got to shout Potter.
To shout Potter.
All right. So let's try
And the thing about it is that you move from space to space.
You can go laterally or diagonally.
Yes.
Right.
But you cannot jump over a man, which we call skipping, nor we cannot cross the board, like from here over here.
Right. You have to go
You
pace
have
by
to
pace.
go pace by pace.
Right, okay.
So me and Ryan will be.
So having chosen colors,
Yes.
how do we know who goes first?
I would ask.
That's a gentleman's
whoever,
agreement?
Yes, please.
Okay.
One person would invite the other person to play.
So Ryan, would you like to go first?
I invite Lorraine to play first.
That's the strategy. That's the strategy. All right, Lorraine, play first.
Okay, I'll place mine
In
here.
the middle, in the center.
Yes.
Okay.
And then you play here.
Ryan, she got you good, boy. She has you good. That's the only space you saw?
Yes.
Well done, Lorraine. You have all three pieces out.
Yes, please.
What will you do, Ryan? And so, what happens now?
Now,
you can move.
it becomes my turn to move. So that when I move my pieces,
You can get
I
your straight
can
line.
get him now to be off track, that I can get my straight line.
I dare you to.
I do.
You got to stop and study, right?
I do.
Stop and study. If
I
she
am
moves it there,
moving.
good. So, Rain, what will you do?
Put she in Potter.
This one is going to be shouting Potter real soon. Be careful, Rain. And now, Lorraine. Okay. Rain, what shall you do? What are you thinking, Rain? Talk to me.
Oh, well,
Offset. You can't win from here.
Well, it don't look so bad.
Stop her from winning.
I could also stop her from winning.
Let me see how you do this. By blocking that.
Yeah.
And now the game is stalemate. No, she still has moves.
Come this
So she's
way.
trying to force you to make a mistake.
Yeah.
And oh no, it was so close. And you have to concentrate, because if you're not concentrating, you miss the chance.
Yes,
Yes.
I
Go in the same space you just moved from.
Oh dear.
I go here.
You better pay attention, Ryan. You better pay. It's back and forth again. Ryan, you're on the defense.
Yes.
You're not attacking. Lorraine has you making the moves that she wants you to make.
Just moved from.
Here.
Yes.
Lorraine has you making those moves.
Say Potter.
Potter.
For who?
Lorraine
Whose
and
Potter is it?
Lorraine and Potter.
How?
Look carefully.
I'm looking carefully, I think.
When she moves, he wins.
But I think so too.
She doesn't have a choice.
Because you did not
so
see.
she moves in the
Right.
middle.
So
and he can
I will
into the
move
middle.
now.
Yes.
Right.
You follow the grooves on the board.
Yes.
I got you.
So this will be.
You have no
I
choice.
can either move here
or
or move
across.
here.
And he can
But
just
don't
slide.
care where I go. I cannot get back.
Yes, and they're in time.
So he would.
Potter.
Ryan, you beat her, Ryan.
Right.
You beat her. Well done, Ryan. Well done. Potter.
Yes.
And so that's how it plays.
Yes, please.
And the game is so fun because you can see you have to strategize. You have to be very careful. You have to be vigilant. You have to be calculating in your moves. And it really spurs the brain. It spurs the mind. I think this is wonderful for any age and any stage of life, these games.
Exactly. And that is why we do not say there's an age limit. Person, as long as they can understand 3 in a line, but you know that this is the Potter for children.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
The one that the men played back then
More moves?
had 5
Five
to get
pieces?
straight. Yes.
Ooh,
So 25 holes. So they'll be able to see that at the showcase at the
And we
Grand
have
Market.
Barbadians who could play those number of holes?
Yes.
Cool. I
And they
challenge
have
you.
learned to play those
As
number
well?
of
Yes,
holes.
please.
That's
Yeah.
a baby thing to you, right?
Yes.
That's a baby thing for you. All
It
right.
is interesting, though,
Yes.
that the conversation surrounding it will cover things like how big men got in Potter for playing Wari. Why, how little children almost got in Potter for asking permission to go by with the men playing Potter.
Yes, yes.
Why do some Bajans call the Wari game quarry? So that individuals who are attending the showcase get to get the flesh on the bone of these games
Yes.
and get to understand more fully why persons play them, how it impacted society. And there was a little bit of a weird kind of behavior by men back then. Some of them, obviously, would not be all.
Yes.
But Lorraine told us a story, which I'm going to let her say.
No, we don't have a lot of time.
Just
But
a minute, yeah.
Lorraine, hold that story for the Carifesta Village.
Yes, please.
So come hear the story at Carifesta Village from Lorraine. And so this is all happening on the 28th, 29th and 30th, the Heritage Games for Carifesta and the Carifesta Village. The children, your training starts on the 23rd. Make yourselves available. And for those children or parents who have children who want to make sure their children get to experience all of this, do they need to register?
They do not need to
Just turn
register. They can just turn up. But the registration is for the competition aspect of it.
Okay.
But do not panic either. You can register on site.
On site.
And remember that this is happening at the Grand Market, which is on the other side from the Common Mare.
It's in
where
Waterford.
used to
Yeah. Yeah.
take care of the dogs and the
Trust me,
horses.
we got time. We'll tell them where. Thank you very much. Thank you, Rosalind, Lorraine, and Ryan. Indeed, this is fantastic. I want to encourage all of you to be a part of Carifesta Village and to be a part of all of this, the Heritage Games, put on by the NCF and by Barbados, and all of our delegates who are coming from overseas as well. Try your hand. Try your hand. Purchase one of the games, take them back, and show people what you now know, and a whole lot more. Thank you so much. All the best indeed. You're welcome. You're welcome. We're taking a break here. We're back with the news and more in a moment.
Mark your calendars. On Friday, August 22nd, all roads lead to Queen's Park for the Carifesta 15 opening ceremony. It all kicks off at 4 p.m. with the vibrant parade of nations from Golden Square Freedom Park. Then the energy turns all the way up at 5 p.m. in Queen's Park. over 300 still walkers, dancers, drummers, aerialists, a full theatrical production, and a live orchestra will transform the space into a cultural spectacle. Come out and experience live performances from Alison Hines, Mahalia, Mikey, Adrian Clark, Wes Wallace, Nikita, and more. This is more than a show. It's a moment for the region. Admission is free. Don't miss it. Carifesta 15, Caribbean Roots, Global Excellence. On Friday, August 22nd, Queen's Park, is the Carifesta 15 opening ceremony.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Beijing youth.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, he'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Let's take a look at the news now. There has been a partial collapse of the road at Melvin Hills Bridge in St. Joseph. Traffic heading across that bridge ground to a halt last evening after the collapse was discovered. No through traffic is currently allowed, and the parliamentary representative, Attorney General Dale Marshall, says it is particularly inconvenient owing to the ongoing repairs to neighboring roads.
The immediate situation is this. Parks Road, Coconut Grove, Chalky Mount, the Crescent, Lower Parks, Dart Hole, all of these are districts that would have relied on the access over this bridge, but now that this bridge has to be closed, we have to look to see what alternative routes are available. The alternative routes, though, are quite sparse because Coggins Hill is under repair, Fruitful Hill is incomplete, Coconut Grove it needs to have that work restarted.
Mr. Marshall says this is symptomatic of the issues in the Scotland district and notes this is now hastening the rebuilding of the bridge. The bridge is being redesigned by the engineers working on the Scotland district project.
I've already spoken to Transport Board and I've asked them to arrange to put a shuttle system in place. They've done this before, and therefore I think that in order for the Transport Board to be able to discharge the responsibility to the commuters, a shuttle system is the only thing that's going to help. For those individuals who have to drive, I'm afraid that they're going to have to take some very long and challenging detours, traversing roads that are themselves desperately in need of repair.
Barbados has secured a major boost as it prepares to host Carifesta 15. The Development Bank of Latin America and the Caribbean has approved almost $500,000 Barbados in grant funding to support the festival and strengthen the region's creative economy. The support was sealed with the signing of a memorandum yesterday. Here's Deanza Robert with a report.
With just days to go before the opening of Carifesta 15, Barbados has received a significant investment in the arts and culture sector. CAF, the Development Bank of Latin America and the Caribbean, has approved a grant of $450,000 Barbados to help deliver the 10-day celebration of Caribbean creativity. Dr. Stacey Richards Kennedy, Regional Manager for the Caribbean and representative in Barbados, says the grant brings tangible support to the creative arts in the region.
For us, a very important moment with the signing today of a letter of award for close to $500,000 Barbados to support Carifesta. For us at CAF, we reflected on this, and there was a very important convergence of the symbolic tenets of Carifesta having been established around the same time as CAF over 5 decades ago. And these two movements, albeit in two different spheres, one being in culture and the other being in development finance, but both created as platforms for regional expression, regional integration, regional solidarity.
Minister in the Prime Minister's Office with responsibility for culture, Senator Dr. Chantal Monroe-Knight, says the funding will help the region's artists tap into greater opportunities. She says CAF continues to support Barbados in many forms.
CAF has assisted the government in a number of areas in terms of water, building resilience within the water sector as well. CAF within, again, the cultural sphere would have contributed through the Reclaiming Our Atlantic Destiny project as well, helping us to build out the Richard Stout Amphitheatre as well, and then later on as we will move to make sure that we unveil the monument, the memorial as well, under the Reclaiming Our Atlantic Destiny project. And so that this is a continuation of a relationship. It's a continued investment by CAF that demonstrates not only their commitment, but as well the government's commitment to making sure that we bring partners to the table that are invested long term.
Meantime, Festival Director Carl Roberts praised CAF's team for what she says was a seamless process in getting them to support the festival. She says while there's full government support, partnerships are always needed.
On behalf of the Ministry and the NCF to have received yeoman's support and hand-holding to this point. But equally, and the main purpose for this morning's presentation, we can't do it without partnerships. And we have been really, really heartened and thankful for the support of CAF, in particular for the sponsorship of the Big Conversation series, but also in allowing us to, in turn, allow a number of delegations to show off of their best while at Carifesta.
The 2025 edition of the festival takes place from August 22nd through to the 31st and will be held under the theme Caribbean Roots, Global Excellence, a theme that reflects the festival's focus on celebrating the rich cultural heritage of the Caribbean while also showcasing its rising influence on the global stage. It is expected to attract thousands of visitors and participants from across the region and beyond. Deanza Roberts, CBC News.
Chief Education Officer Dr. Ramona Archer-Bradshaw says from day one, teachers' unions have been a part of meetings regarding the transformation agenda. The response on the heels of the Barbados Union of Teachers publicly indicating that it cannot support proposed changes to the Barbados Secondary School's entrance exam, since there has been no recent dialogue with the Ministry of Education. Representatives of the union have suggested changes they want to see in the system.
It is a matter of taking all of the information that you get from your stakeholders, evaluating it, and then making the best decisions as a Ministry of Education for the approval of the Cabinet. And that is exactly what we did. You know, even after we launched in 2023, we continue to have meetings with our stakeholders, unions particularly. You know, we brought them here at the Ministry of Education and had discussions about what we were looking at in terms of the transition. There were times that we were told that they would go to their members and get back to us and so on. But we took all of the information that we received from our partners, and based on the information, we had to make certain decisions.
Dr. Archer-Bradshaw contends the majority of the proposed changes to the education system are as a part of the ideas that came from the stakeholders.
Of course, as a ministry, we will do our research and make sure that based on our expertise, we're going in the right direction. But based on the input from the stakeholders, there has been general support.
The Barbados Police Service is seeking your assistance in locating Sherian Jamali Scott Fagan, who is wanted for questioning in connection with serious criminal matters. 20-year-old Scott Fagan, whose last known address is Jackman's Alley, Orange Hill, City James, is 5 feet 11 inches tall, dark brown in complexion, slim build. He is advised that he can present himself to the Criminal Investigations Department at the Black Rock Police Station by an attorney at law. Anyone who may know the whereabouts of Sherian Jamali Scott Fagan is asked to contact the CID or phone numbers 417-7500 or 417-7505, or you can call 211 or Crime Stoppers at 1-800-8477. To sports now. Barbados went down to the British Virgin Islands last evening in their Tier 2 Group B clash at the CFU Under-14 Girls Challengers Series being played in Trinidad and Tobago. Catalia Brown put the Beijing girls up by 1-0 in the 16th minute. However, a brace from Kaya Shelton in the 18th and 34th minute cemented the win for the BVI. Take a look at the highlights.
Okay, the ball again, it's Lou. And the shot just in! Brilliant goal! It just squeezed in. And what a strike that is! Catalia Brown makes it 1-0 to Barbados. Here comes the kick, and it goes in. Well. Just as we suspected. Excellent win from Carrie. And this is dangerous. This could be a goal, because if she puts her foot in it, it's going to go in. And it does. Brilliantly done in the 34th minute.
Barbados Net States on French Guiana today. That's a look at news. Until now, more news coming up at noon on TV8. Morning Barbados is back in just a moment.
Hurricane Tips brought to you by ICBL. Always there when you need us most.
Turn off the emergency water shut-off valve if you're leaving your residence prior to a storm. This will help minimize damage to your home's interior should a pipe burst inside your home during the passage of a hurricane. This tip is brought to you with the kind compliments of ICBL. For more information on available policies, call 434-6000.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, he'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray microbiome probiotics and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
15 minutes after 7 o'clock all month long, the Queen Elizabeth is reminding you of the value of breastfeeding. Remember, we are a child-friendly hospital here in Barbados, and our medical services are top-notch. And so we not just salute the doctors, we also salute the nurses, the midwives, the people who help to keep our nations healthy and strong indeed. And so this morning, as we look further into the benefits of breastfeeding, we're joined by two registered nurses who are also midwives, and they're also breastfeeding advocates. We have with me next to me Shernell Cooper, and across from her Shermina Curtin. Ladies, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. I mean, it's almost like a no-brainer, right? That a baby is born and it should therefore naturally be breastfed. Some mothers don't feel it to be too natural. Why do you think that is?
Well, I guess for a first-time mother, it can be kind of challenging, I suppose, because a lot of myths go wrong as it relates to breastfeeding. Granny might tell you something, a friend might say something else. So some people come forward with a bit of apprehension as it relates to breastfeeding.
But shouldn't it come naturally?
Well, it should, ideally.
So you're listening to other voices that would scare you into thinking that it's not. But here it is, you have a crying baby who says, I'm hungry by those balls. And so you now want to be able to feed. And sometimes they reach for formula, which is not always the best, which is definitely not the best thing to start.
At all.
Why?
Well, formula compared to breast milk has a lot of different properties. There are some that are in common, just a few. There's about 5 properties that are in common with breast milk. And breast milk tends to have the effect where babies are much more healthier, they're stronger, they thrive more, they're more intelligent. So breast milk should take the prevalence over formula. And there are other reasons, like for example, formula tends to make babies constipated.
Really?
Yeah, and a constipated baby is a very angry and cranky baby.
A constipated adult?
I'm saying, yes.
So the same happens.
Yes, and breast milk has laxative properties. So you will find that a baby that is being adequately breastfed tend to pass a lot of stool and urine. So it helps.
Which is good for its
digestive system. Yes, it's perfect for that. So I would definitely opt for the breastfeeding as opposed to formula.
But that's benefits for the baby. Are there benefits, Chanel, for the mummy?
Charmaine, yes.
Charmaine, sorry. The mother from breastfeeding?
Yes, there are. Last week we alluded to some, like the reduction of breast cancer, the reduction of ovarian cancer, for mummies who would have type 2 diabetes or diabetes in pregnancy. If they breastfeed for at least 6 months, they have a reduction in their developing type 2 diabetes later on in life. After we've delivered babies, normally we bleed, okay? So it's like a cut. So when we breastfeed, it helps our uterus to contract to stop that bleeding so you don't bleed excessively after. All right, it helps with emotional bonding for mummies because we find that research says that mummies who don't breastfeed have a higher risk of postpartum depression or postpartum blues. So those are all the benefits for the mummy, and it also benefits our nation because, as Chanel said, we have healthier babies. We spend less on sick children. Mummies and parents are out less from work, so they're more productive. So it's a benefit all around.
I understand the formation, the mind, and so forth. I get the cognitive bits that can be deprived of the child from not being breastfed. But what other physical challenges a child who has not been breastfed could be met with?
Well, when babies, let's say a premature baby, gets formula, because their digestive system has not fully developed, it's kind of leaky, formula can cause breaks in their digestive system. So they may have something called NEC, where they can have to go to surgery to have their bowels revisioned because of that. They have immunization benefits for the baby. So colostrum, which is our first milk, the clear stuff, people in old time they used to tell them put it on a rock, it ain't good milk, etc., because it's not white. So the colostrum that comes out first is baby's first immunization. So that makes your babies healthier. Their first, anything mommy would have been sick with and got over, those antibodies are transferred to baby in that first colostrum, which you have for the first 2 to 5 days after you have delivered your baby.
So let the baby drink it?
So let the baby drink it.
Ooh.
It comes in very small quantities. It's not like when your milk comes in that you have larger quantities, but it's very important for your baby.
It doesn't come in large quantities. So you might miss the feeding.
Yes.
So what do you do with it when it comes in large, in that small quantity?
In that small quantity, you just
Capture
feed.
it?
No, you can express it. You wake up the baby and give the baby. Babies are fed 8 to 12 times a day.
Got that right.
As newborns. Okay? So once they feed, they get enough. And it only takes a teaspoon of colostrum to satisfy a newborn baby. A teaspoon. Their stomachs can only hold at birth, it's as small as a cherry, can only hold 5 to 7 mils.
Really?
Yes.
This is not, and this is education which this month allows mothers, and particularly newborns, the first-time mothers, to get to know. That's all?
That's all. And we find that mummies a lot complain, she's not getting enough, he's not getting enough. But when we educate them then on the amount that the stomach can hold, the amount that they need from your breast at the time, then you find that they're more leaning towards, okay, I can do it. I can make it, you know, if I feed more often, she will get what she needs or he will get what he needs.
Are there instances, we get the names right, Chanel,
Yes,
where newborn, first baby, first few days, the mother's not expressing any milk? Is that possible?
Yes, sometimes it actually takes a while for the breast milk to...
Really? Why?
I guess it's just the natural physiological changes in the mother. Everybody's body is different. So you find that whereas mine may come in with the fur at birth or sometimes even prior to delivering your baby, you can actually start to secrete colostrum. So mine might not come before, it might be a day after, 2 to 3 days.
And you don't see any kind of, don't you get scared?
Sometimes it happens. Yes, mothers are very concerned about that at times.
So not to panic, that's what you're saying?
Yes.
Don't panic, it should come.
Yes.
If it's 5 days and you've not seen any, what do? Go to your doctor?
Well, our babies are born, normal term babies are born with fat stores. So they will not starve. Okay, so they have like a 24-hour period where they can nurse and not see anything. But we want mommies to remember that although you may squeeze and not see anything, the baby might still be extracting something, because breasts are not meant to be squeezed or to manipulated, they're meant to be suckled. The tongue is meant to pull out the milk, suckled, not sucked, suckled, meant to pull the milk out of the breast, okay, from behind here, okay?
Right, she has she has a little devil. Go ahead, so go ahead.
So
Demonstrate.
milk is not stored in the nipple. That's why I say not sucking, okay? It's suckling. When the baby latches, their tongue goes to the bottom by the areola, behind the areola, and they move the milk out with their tongue and their jaws, all right? So this is not a movement that our hands can mimic so easily. We do try hand expressing and we may see some, but if we don't, we want mommies to remember that from 4 months, they would have been making colostrum. So it's in there. It's just we have to make sure the babies latch well and that you feed regular so that the baby gets what they need.
Okay, so the problem could be that the baby didn't latch well, or
they're not suckling long enough. They're not suckling at the breast long enough.
So how do you, okay, and that's something the baby has to learn to do?
Yes.
And how do you begin that teaching of the baby to know to stay there so you can get this?
You keep them away. Chanel, you could tell them how to keep the babies away at the breast.
Well, well, it's natural for babies to suckle and stop at intervals. You can appreciate that their facial muscles have to develop, and try sucking on a straw, it's not easy, and it's a newborn baby that's
learning.
Exactly. So you will find that they may fall asleep, and some parents be like, okay, the baby just falling asleep, they can't be hungry. But we have to then explain to them, and like she said earlier, education plays a pivotal role in all that. So we explain to them that the baby has to rest a bit and then restart the breastfeeding. Some babies are, a bit sluggish at birth, and depending on if the mommy had medication, that may cause the baby to be a bit drowsy in the initial phases. So what we advise mommies to do would be to make the baby uncomfortable. It sounds cruel, but it works. Take off the baby's socks, take off the hat, you stimulate them, you rub them up, and get them going, get them sort of like angry, like.
To suckle.
Yes. So when they get that sort of rage, then they start to open up the mouth and cry, obviously, because you're upset.
Yes.
So in doing that, then we then try to put the baby in position, and position plays a very important part in the baby's being able to latch effectively. So we position the baby, and it's a natural response for baby. What I call it is rooting. And you would find that the baby's head will be bobbing up and down, and that's to try to search for the spot, the nipple, so that they can latch on. Now, like she would have demonstrated with the low breast, we don't want the baby, initially the baby will grab this because it's the first thing that the baby can grab. However, we want the baby to latch around the dark area, which is called the areola, because it's beneath there that the glands and stuff
are stimulated to produce.
Yes.
And if the baby's little mouth wouldn't open out, you put it in? You know what I'm saying? You say, okay, open up.
Yeah, you don't forcefully put it in, but yes, you try to coax it in as much as possible.
Go a little bit deeper, child.
Yes.
And so forth. Whew. All of that is part of this?
All of it.
And so, but okay, so there comes that time when after 3 or so months she has to return to work.
Yes.
But she still is producing, the baby is still desirous.
Yes.
Because you're breastfeeding for how long?
6 months exclusively, based
6 months
on the World Health.
Nothing else but 6 months breast milk.
Yes.
Not even a piece of potato?
No.
I'm just teasing when I say that. So nothing else at all but breast. And the baby will get all it needs to thrive?
All it needs. Every single thing it needs, it will get. Because mother's milk changes based on the age of the baby. The quality, the quantity might not change, but the quality changes based on development of the baby. So at birth, it might having more fats. As baby grows, it might having more protein and more carbs. As they start to walk, it changes as well.
Isn't God wonderful?
He's wonderful. He is.
Oh my word, all of that
is.
happens just like that.
And if you compare that to a formula-fed baby, you will find a formula-fed baby will take an 8-ounce bottle of formula, but a breastfed baby may only take those same 4 ounces for its entire breastfeeding journey because of the quality changes.
All right, so the child for the first 6 months gets everything it needs from mommy's breast milk, or should.
Yes.
And then how does she have to take care of herself as she's doing all of this? Because, you know, you don't want to be abusing other things. So she needs to also be mindful of what she's eating.
Yes, yes.
So no more fried chicken?
No, she can eat fried chicken.
She can eat everything as normal?
Yes, balanced diet.
Everything as normal?
Once she was eating a balanced diet before.
Because I'm hearing her in my head already thinking, but I just want to have the things that I love to eat, piece of pizza, piece of this.
Or Coke.
You got the idea. You got the idea.
Well, we try to abstain from the caffeine because the caffeine, as you will appreciate, makes the baby a bit jittery. And you will find they're crying a lot and agitated. So there are some stuff that you really have to, if you don't cut it out altogether, use in moderation.
All right. And so 6 months done, she has to go back to work, but she's still bursting, you know what I'm saying, with feed for the baby, expressing.
Yes.
Because for a lot of women, it's not necessarily the most comfortable thing to do.
No, it's not.
So what makes it so uncomfortable? The latching of the pump?
The size of the flange, probably, and the type of pump that they have.
So she needs to get the appropriate size.
Yes, so this is a flange. And this in the middle is what we will determine the size of the flange. We measure it from the size of the nipple. Just a millimeter outside of the size of the mommy's nipple has to equate to the size of this. So this flange is actually a 28. Nobody's nipples are normally a 28. The average nipples are like a 17, 18. All right?
All right, let's try that one you have there fits this one?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't. But if you can see the space
it hasn't
around.
gone in enough.
You can
Turn
see
it a little bit more right.
way?
There you go.
You can see the space around the nipple. That's too much space around the nipple. So this mommy's nipples will swell in here because it's going to want to accommodate as the pump sucks.
Right.
Okay? And then she's going to be in a lot of pain, and then maybe baby latches just going to be pain because the nipples are too big. All right? So you need to have the right size flange. There are actually flange measuring tools. I didn't want to mind, sorry about that.
That's all right.
That you can get and then get an insert to make sure it's the right size. Then you have to have the right pump. So this is what would be called closest to a hospital grade pump. This is a Spectra. Nowadays they have wearables where people can put them in their shirts and go around. Those should not be primary pumps, but they're very convenient.
Okay.
Yes, so no one knows you have extra bosom walking around. They don't know. Right, so those are different types of pumps. We also have hand pumps, but we like to remember to teach women how to hand express because when pumps fail, the battery is dead, you can't find a part, your hands will work and get the milk out as well. Some women prefer only hand expression to get what they need. Some people prefer the pumps.
Oh my golly. All right. I think I got a lot. So for women, I hope you're learning this morning a little bit more about breastfeeding, and this is what you're doing all month long at the hospital as well. And so we want to encourage new mothers, indeed, particularly because you don't quite get it the same with another mother with a bit more experience can, to ask the questions of your midwives, to ask your questions of your nurses, to let them teach you how to do what you thought would have been natural, but then realize it is not as natural as you thought it could have been. Indeed. And so there's some babies that breastfeed till thy kingdom come.
Yes, just before we go there,
I'm not done yet.
They can come down today to QEH because we're having an open day.
Today?
Yes, today from 9 to 4. We'll be having some booths down on the bottom floor. The nurses' midwives will set up. You can come and ask those questions there if you have any other questions.
Good.
And at Antenatal Clinic at 10 o'clock, we'll be having a teaching session again on benefits of breastfeeding.
So from 9 o'clock this morning on the ground
Right
floor
straight
of the
till
QE,
4.
just come and see, right through
Yes.
the whole day.
Yes, sir. Sorry to interrupt.
Right. Some babies seem to be, some young children
Don't want to stop.
don't want to stop. At what age should they go?
WHO says 2 years and beyond.
2 years? That's a big child.
Yeah, 2
Does
years
that
and beyond.
seem-
Obviously not a 7-year-old, but
So
2
how do you
years
get them
and
to
beyond.
stop? Because there's some little babies that would want to just keep going.
You have to, depends. If you can give them a
Aloes?
bottle. Well, some people say aloes, but you know they got some babies that will lick that aloes off and move along.
Okay.
And move along, right?
Yes.
It's mommy's preference, though, really and truly, how they want to stop. Some people have found that when they go away and leave the baby, then the baby doesn't want to breastfeed anymore. Some people think as soon as they go to work, or the children going to school, when they see other big children, they don't want to breastfeed anymore.
But is the mother producing enough milk at all?
Of course she is. It'll only be a third of the baby's needs at that time, but she's producing enough milk for the baby.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Yes, please.
And so this is all the information you get, folks. When you come today to open day at the QE, from 9 o'clock this morning right through, Antenatal will have some sessions, some teaching sessions as well. I think you need to go. If you're pregnant and you know when your delivery date is and you know you need to get to know some more information, you should turn up. If you are a loved one who is watching your loved one struggle with all of this as well, you need to also turn up. It's free of cost, and it's open to everyone right through to 4 o'clock this afternoon. It's learning and learning and learning for the benefit of your baby, because you want the healthiest, sweetest little one, don't you?
Yes,
and
we
so
do.
you need to come learn more, a little bit more about this today. Open day at the QE in the Queen Elizabeth Hospital indeed. Chanel, thank you. This is wonderful, I think. And Shameen, thank you. Shamina. I renamed you, sorry. Thank you so much for coming as well.
No
so
problem.
I know you're going to be busy today, but I know you're doing it for a good cause.
Yes.
Thank you so much
Thank
for the
you
work
too.
do.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We're coming back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Week after week, Skold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Skold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Skold, a look into the future.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons, which will surprise many, is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end, and what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about loved ones who are struggling and you need advice on how to support them. There's a saying, a problem shared is a problem halved, but not everyone has someone they can confide in. That's why Lifeline Barbados exists, to be there for you or someone you care about during tough times. Save this number. Lifeline Barbados is just a call away. Remember, you can reach out whenever you need to talk.
There is a saying, you can find a Beijing anywhere. Are you a Beijing living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country?
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Oh, what it means to be a Caribbean Youth Ambassador. It must be something really, really special. You get into spaces where ordinary young people don't. But it must be an honor indeed. I'm happy to have with me Barbados Caricom Youth Ambassador, who is phenomenal in her every right, Miss Ashley Lashley, of course. Ashley, good morning to you.
Morning, Pearson. It's a pleasure
She's
to be
perky.
back. Oh, God.
Good to have you as always. Donicia Mears is the Public Relations Officer with the Ministry of Youth. Let me get it all right. Sports and Community Empowerment. I got it right this time around.
Yes.
Good to see you again. How are
nice
you
to
doing?
see you as well. I'm well. How about you?
I'm well too. Thank you for asking. You didn't struggle to wake up so early, right?
No, not necessarily.
Fair enough. But you know, Ashley's wearing two hats, really, at the end of the day. Well, several hats. This is just one of it. Oh, by the way, congratulations.
Thank you,
on being
Pearson.
up at the UN.
Thank you. I was surprised you didn't ask me to come to do an interview. But that's a story
That's
for
another story for another time, indeed. So here we are. We're talking now about the Caribbean Youth Ambassador Program. And I know there's a call for other young people to register to be a part of it, right?
Yes, to sign up. So, so you can go to our social media page, click the link in our bio, and you're going to download the fillable form. And we're going to encourage you to also put in, pictures, videos of work that you would have done over the course of the years, over the course of the past couple of months to help you, stand out. So you head over to our Instagram and Facebook. You click the link in our bios and you just download the form and you fill them out. Very easy.
Div Youth 246 is Insta.
Yes.
And Facebook is?
The Division of Youth Affairs.
Right. The Division of Youth Affairs on Facebook, Div Youth 246 on Insta. And in there you see what it requires of you. And you can submit, you can say, I want to be, not just like Ashley Lashley, there's a rhyme in there, but I want to be able to become Barbados Youth Ambassador for Caricom Youth Ambassador. And Ashley, being the Youth Ambassador, what does it mean? What are you required to do?
I honestly think even being here this morning is a phenomenal opportunity because serving in the role as Barbados's Caricom Youth Ambassador for the last 2 years have been a remarkable opportunity. When I say being a remarkable opportunity, I think it goes way beyond the title, and I think that is what the Division of Youth, Sports and Community Empowerment is really looking for. A young person that can implement projects, can have creative ideas, understands the history of Caricom, its formation, and youth, and our role as young persons in the future of what Caricom looks like and means to us. So when we really think about what the role as a Caricom Youth Ambassador means, it means looking at projects on issues that are affecting Caricom as a whole, but ensuring that young persons from within communities understand what Caricom represents. Let's be honest, there's still so many young people who do not know what the acronym Caricom stands for. And I think as the program continues to develop, there needs to be a further heightened level of sensitization and awareness. So that's why in my role, when I really think about what projects and programs I wanted to achieve under my 2-year tender, I looked at what legacy and impact I wanted to create at the girl. And I think the next selection or cadre of Caricom Youth Ambassadors, I think really and truly it needs to be someone who can continue to implement programs that have started for the sake of sustainability, one, but could also continue to connect with our other brothers and sisters across the Caribbean region. I think that is a crucial component when it comes to the development of our Caribbean region.
And such a lovely time to do so, because the leaders are listening. The leaders are actually actively paying attention to the voice of the young people. And so we would like for you, if you see yourself falling within all of what Ashley just described, to register, to be a part of it. Nominate yourself, and then you can be. What are the ages that you're looking for?
Okay, so you have to be between ages 16 to 30, and you have to be a resident national of Barbados. And obviously, as Ashley mentioned, you have to be willing to educate the youth about regional and opportunities and issues. We want you to advocate for the youth rights and ensure that policies reflect the needs of the young persons. We also want you to integrate your youth perspectives into regional and national development and promote the Caribbean identity.
Can I nominate on behalf of? I ask because sometimes some people are so shy that they see themselves, they know they can, but they no, they wouldn't choose me, so I wouldn't. Can I do that, or does only the person who wants to be should nominate themselves?
You will have to sign up for yourself, but you can recommend persons, and we can reach out and stuff like that to just kind of like help the process out.
See, not everyone is as far going as Ashley is, and Ashley has set such a trail. It's difficult sometimes for a lot of people to follow, so they think, oh boy, Ashley has covered it all, and therefore I can't. Yes, you can. Because there's still space and room for your
to continue,
thoughts,
exactly.
your ideas, your contribution within the construct we know as Caricom.
Yes.
And so your voice is going to be critical at the table, and you see what is critical, because you've seen how Ashley agitates. You have a similar passion to agitate. You too can do so. And your term is finished, Ashley?
Yes.
2 years have gone already?
Yes, you seem sad, Pearson.
Yes, I am sad, because there's so much more we could be talking about as we listen to that. And so when you reflect for just a moment, talk to me a little bit about your time as Caricom Youth Ambassador.
I've actually been reflecting over the last couple of weeks on my tenure as Caricom Youth Ambassador. I think what was one of the most significant moments for me when I reflected was when we were able to go to Bahamas. All the Caricom Youth Ambassadors went to Bahamas in my first year, actually, and we did a workshop on crime prevention. And I remember sitting in groups with my other counterparts, coming up with a strategy that would be presented at the last, 2 years ago, that Caricom Heads of Government meeting. And it was just really great to connect with young persons, hear their ideas, hear their strategies, hear what's actually happening in their countries, and recognizing that across the Caribbean we have similar issues, and it's important to work together as well when it comes to advocacy. And not only that, but based on that experience, I remember coming back home for Caricom Day on July 4th and wanted to go into schools to talk to them about what Caricom means for them. And we went into the Shirley Chisholm School, our first school, and we did like a Caricom Day where the kids brought like different dishes for Caricom, wear different t-shirts and stuff. So the tenure has been phenomenal, to be honest, and concluding it with the launch of the first ever Caricom badge. I think that has been the biggest highlight, and actually the ending of this month we'll be having a workshop. I'll still be continuing that with the Girl Guide leaders and the Boy Scouts so that they could actually start the implementation of the project for September. So when looking at what the Caricom Youth Ambassador Program and looking at the next person or the next two persons who would be selected, I am looking forward to being a mentor to those persons, one, but I also think it is important for whoever is selected to recognize that they have to have their own determination to achieve their goals. The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Community Empowerment is there as a platform, and although the title of Barbados' Youth Ambassador, Caricom Youth Ambassador, sounds great, I think their involvement in the role needs to go way beyond the title into actually doing community service. I think that's what is important, and that's what would make a difference for the next person coming after me.
You're so right on that. Donise Ashley just said two. Are you looking for two Caricom Youth Ambassadors?
Yes. So it is generally speaking, is a male and a female. So we're looking for 2, and we're just hoping that when you see this, that you're encouraged to come up and make a difference.
Yeah. Remember, folks, go to Instagram, DivYouth246, DIV as in voice, DIVYOUTH 246. If I'd spell that wrong, I'd be in trouble. DivYouth246 on Instagram.
Quiz of the day.
The Division of Youth. You can find on Facebook, and in there you can begin your process of filling in your application to be Barbados Caricom Youth Ambassador. And so you've seen and heard from Ashley what it takes and what is required, the spaces you will go into, the people who you will meet, all of the things you get to do, the difference that you can actually make because you've already moved to do so in Barbados as well. So we want to hear from you, young people, males and females. This is not a female position. This is a position for a young person, male or female. We're looking for 2, and that could be you. So make your application today. When do you want to wrap this up by?
So the deadline for submission is the 22nd of August, which is this Friday. So you have a couple days to get your applications in. As I mentioned before, don't only send in the application, but also submit videos or pictures of the work that you would have been doing, to make yourself stand out.
So register.
Yes.
Register. Well done. Sorry? Well, there we go. This is what you will see. This is what you will see.
So it's at the top there.
At the very top there. Caribbean Youth Ambassador Program application form. So that's what you will see. You click on that and it takes you into the registration form and you go. You're good to go. And the internet is a little slow for us in the production booth, but once you click on that, it guides you through. And as you're guided through, get your application in by the end of Friday. By Friday for sure. And you will know that date because that's the date we're opening Carifesta. So that's the date on which your application needs to be in the deadline by. And so we want to say good luck to all of you young people. We're looking forward to some exciting young people representing Barbados as Caricom Youth Ambassadors. Ashley has, so many other before her have as well. And so we want to continue that tradition of rich integration into our voice into the meeting tables of Caricom. So we're looking forward to your application real soon. Donicia Mears, thank you.
Yes, please.
Ashley Lashley, thank you too.
Pearson Boy, thank you.
I like her. She's so much trouble, but I like it. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We're back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb. And together we will travel the world.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, he'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices. Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray, microbiome, probiotics, and why you should be taking them. And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
Week after week, Skold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Skold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Skold, a look into the future.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're talking Carifesta now. That's why I'm sitting over here, because Carifesta starts Friday, everybody. Friday is the opening ceremony. And then on Saturday, we're kicking off everything thereafter, right down to the end of the month. Joining me right now is look at Heritage. Heritage, I love the way they play on that word indeed, is Shanika Burnett, who is the Heritage Coordinator. She's right there next to me. Next to her is Sophia Lee. I love your hair, girl. Sophia is a cultural practitioner. She's with the Haynesville Youth Group. She's the creative director, to be more specific. And then there's Keisha Beckles, who is herself a professional braider as well, and one of the stylists of the, actually you won Stylist of the Year last year.
Yes, please.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So Shanika, I'm starting with you. We ready?
Yes, I am.
We're ready for what?
We are ready for Carifesta.
So talk to me briefly about what we can expect under Heritage for Carifesta.
So the Heritage Showcase is a celebration of hair and body adornment practices in the Caribbean. As we know, we celebrate a lot of traditional techniques that would have derived from African traditions, our African beginnings, origins. So this is really a space to celebrate our journey and the innovation that would have resulted as we transform the original ways that these things would have been done and kind of created our own concepts within them. So we just want to celebrate this aspect and really show what we in the Caribbean are doing and bring it to the world stage.
I mean, you're doing it well enough already. I'm watching you and see the way you're dressed, the head tie, to the earrings, to all the adornments. And then Miss Sophia, look at your burlap. This is burlap outfit?
No, this is actually mud cloth. Mud cloth, yes. Our bukrofini is fabric that would have been weaved from Africa. So that's the title of the fabric.
Okay.
So it carries more than one name. So bukrofini, or mud cloth.
Okay. Thank you for the expression. That's teaching me indeed. And so all Carifesta long, this is what we're doing here. We're looking at different ways of taking the natural hair and doing things with the natural hair, right, Shanika?
Yes, that's exactly what it's all about. We have natural loose hair, we have braiding, we have locks as well. We are also experimenting with different textures. We just really want to celebrate the natural beauty of our Caribbean people. We have a range of activities set for our program. We have workshops, demonstrations, and a whole set of exciting competitions. Sophia actually and Keisha, they're both presenters for some of the workshops that we have. To go through the program, Sophia will be presenting her workshop in
here and its natural and its cultural significance.
What's the cultural significance of what you're doing now?
This was inspired by sunflowers. So the inspiration of the sunflower It is entitled Goddess of Love and Sweet Water, Oshun.
Okay.
Right. So
and this is your real hair?
This is my natural hair, and it was done by Divine Cuts and Styles.
Okay. And so, Keisha, you do things with braiding.
Yes.
And you're doing workshop. You would think that braiding is just plaiting.
It really isn't.
It really isn't. So tell me, what is it?
It's an art, an expression of yourself and how you feeling within that time. It also gives people the opportunity to do the same. They come, they explain to you what they would like to have their hair done, and you do it as the professional, you do it as the service provider, Your entire end game is to make people feel more beautiful than they are. So that's basically it, but people will see braiding and be like, oh, it's so simple, it's that easy, but no, it takes hours, it takes effort, So, yeah, it's basically a skill of, it's a lot to explain, to be honest.
I understand. So show up for the workshop.
Yes.
Show up for the workshop.
Indeed.
And get to understand the beauty of your crown, your glory. And is this for men as well?
Yes, of course. We have...
I don't have that kind of hair. But we can do stuff with barbering, don't we?
Yes, we have 4 hairstylists who will be on site. They specialize in natural hair of all different types. So we have braiders, we have lock stylists, we have natural hair stylists, and also a barber as well. So we are going to have a range. You can come, you can actually have your stylings done there. You can book flash stylings, or you can just show up and hope that there's availability.
Yeah.
So it will be a lot to see. I also wanted to touch on the competitions.
Yes, go ahead.
Because we have a lot of exciting competitions coming up. There's first the online hair styling competition. That one is open. Well, all of the competitions actually close tomorrow. So everybody needs to go onto the NCF's website and look for the registration. But the online hairstyling competition, this one is for any type of natural hairstyling.
It's right there on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. Take a look at it quickly and see what you need to do. But remember, go to ncf.bb and see all that you need to do and submit, because you're winning prizes indeed. There's several categories of competition as well. Then there's a heritage schedule. We will share that with you in just a little bit as well. But there's that here. So there's one for the braiding. There's
that
also
one
a
is
competition
online,
for braiding.
and then there's a hair braiding relay, which we are encouraging. We're encouraging young people to enter. We all know there's the culture of doing hair in the bathroom at lunchtime.
Every Sunday, my sisters are around the place doing hair.
So we really wanted to play on that experience. It is open to two braiders, and you have to bring your own model.
Okay.
So we're hoping that students from 14 years old, that they can enter, get your crew, get your person. Even if you're not that good at braiding, you can bring someone to help hold the pins, give you the hair. You can decide how you want your team to be structured and how you want your team to work, but definitely it is a great opportunity to come and show what you can do, and it could be somewhat of a little school battle if you want, because we have a few schools who have already entered.
Nice. And there's
also the camps as well.
Is there a deadline for this one?
All of the registration deadlines are the 20th of August.
Tomorrow. You're seeing all of it on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. If you're seeing on your screen that you catch it quick, screenshot. Your people know this, screenshot, or look back at the show a little later on YouTube. But go to the NCF's website, ncf.bb, and see for yourself and be a part of Heritage as part of Carifesta 15, which starts Friday. And Heritage has a program that runs from this Saturday through every single day. There's a showcase, there's a workshop, there are sessions happening. There are different ways to see how you can now dress yourself to match your hair as well. Have your hair to match what you wear. I'm not sure which order you want to take it in, but there's something for men, women, children, everybody as part of Heritage, as part of Carifesta 15 indeed. I gotta go because time is up against me.
Yes.
So quickly, is there anything else you wanted to add?
Yes, I just want to thank our sponsor, Number One Beauty Supply, for coming through for us. They're supplying all of the furniture for our pop-up salon. And I also want to thank our judges for these competitions. I want to thank Keisha, she's one of the judges. We also have Mr. Adrian Carew, he's coming in from Canada, and he will be one of the judges. We also have a lot of interest from other members in the Caribbean. We have a Catition braider that's also coming, so I just want to thank everyone for all the interest that we've been getting so far, and excited to see everyone coming out from the 23rd to the 27th at the Carifesta Grand Market.
it is a no-brainer. Thank you, Shanika. Thank you so much, Sophia and Keisha as well.
Thank you.
And we thank you too for watching, everybody. That's it for today. My little crew joins me in saying to all of you, have a beautiful today. If it be the will of the Lord, we will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up.